That's enough credits. I couldn't be bothered giving them another 2 minutes of my beautifully crafted Wii Gamers intro screen because that's just the game I roll. But you know what time it is, kids? It's Saturday morning, 7 TV. We'll write another verse, Karl and me.
Never. That's it. That's all we need.
It's a jingle. That's the perfect jingle. It's just enough to get people's toes tapping, and they want more, but they never ever get it.
There'll be a big band version on the album.
Were you ever a fan of NCIS?
No.
Right.
No.
Well, this will be lost on you, but the example works. The NCIS opening credits tune, that kind of fast, zingy kind of tune.
Yeah.
Disappoint yourself and Google the full tune. That's it. That's all they made. They just done that.
Do that on loop. Yeah.
And it's just heartbreaking because most shows you log in and find a full version and you get a whole song that you knew nothing about.
Was NCIS David Caruso doing that all the time?
Well, when he got older and had to start wearing glasses, but he doesn't wear the glasses at the start. NCIS is Gibbs.
There's thousands of them.
Gibbs
I've
rules.
never seen any of them. I can't be.
NCIS has Abby, the goth pathologist.
I hate that archetype.
She's not an archetype. She's the defining example.
It's the kooky tech person. I can't be doing with the kooky tech person. Lazy writing.
It's not lazy. She defined the genre.
Did she?
Yes. When people think goth, geeky tech person, they think of her.
I'll give you Willow. And then say maybe not.
She's not techie. She was a witch.
She was a bit techie to start off with, doing all that. Books and such.
Books aren't tech. That's librarian. You're
general area.
Never cross the genres.
Area of knowledge.
Area of knowledge. Apparently, I just changed the size of your screen when you done that. There, everything just got bigger and smaller again. Don't know how that happened.
NCIS, there we go. So that's covered.
So, morning peoples out there in TV land. Today would have been Colours then.
Yeah, I know. I like that one. It's
I can only pretend to be sad since I've no idea what you're talking about because we don't get shows like that over here. So, Karl, tell us about Colours.
Colours are lovely. It's in Newbury. I'd always get lost trying to get there because they change the roadworks all the time. But it was always a good show. It was kind of like they'd be kicked off normally, like the sort of autumn season of stuff to Christmas, and big race course always be downstairs. Always smells a bit funny. It's not normally good, but yeah, it's a shame. It's another one, but I've got a note this week. I don't think York's going to go ahead. I think that's going to wind up, and I think Sally's still trying and looking to try and do Hammerhead in March, but who knows? Crazy world.
Yeah.
So, but Colours was a really, really good show, and I like that. And there were lots of people from that show that kind of picked up first edition 7TV early on. Down there was Les Fulbrook and a load of other guys in there, so it was always nice to see them as well. It was kind of a good get together, that one.
Yeah, it's looking increasingly like nothing's going to happen.
No.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
we are officially like the second most exciting thing happening on the planet on a weekly basis.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that official figures telling you that?
Well, I got them from Boris's office, so they must be accurate.
That's
Ooh,
okay. Does it also
controversial.
say 3 people died each week as well, though?
Yeah, I was going to say my pained expression wasn't because I done something controversial. It's because I moved my leg and my back hurt.
And Andrew has a very bad back, everybody.
Andrew
And
really
he's
does.
strapped into that chair with gaffer tape below the waist. You can't see that. But it's essentially one step away from Davros.
I'm currently endorsing Thermacare heat packs, and also the weirdest heat rub in the world that Mum gave me that you have to wear a glove to put on, otherwise you literally burn the skin off your hands.
No, anything where there's a protective barrier between you and the med, that can't be good.
It's well, no, but interestingly, it's like at the minute I'm like I can feel a bit of warmth as opposed to how it should be, which is, ow, that's hot.
As the medicine burns through to the bone, you know.
If it takes away the bone, it might help.
Well, if we can get sponsored by them next week, I'd love to see the Thermacare banner running beneath us
Yeah,
for all your back needs.
I'm not quite sure what miniatures you would do to accompany the range.
Thermacare one, I don't know.
You'd have to do your man out of one
People
foot in the
doing this.
grave. Oh, Family Guy kneeling down. Oh, ow.
Still one of my favourites. I try to employ that as much as possible around the house. Oh.
I've heard that you have to apply it every time you go for a wee. But anyway, that's a different story. Just Lee Morrison says that if you cross the genres, all life as you know it stops and every molecule in your body explodes at the speed of light. It would be bad. So stop crossing the genres. Mike Blake says Colours is awesome and it's on the doorstep too. I'm not sure I'd like to live at a race course. I imagine that would be... But imagine it'd be busy and noisy.
Yeah, they've done it up recently. There's lots of other bits and pieces. There's a nice little sort of boutique hotel just there, which I don't normally stay at, right in the middle of the thing. That's quite nice.
Boutique hotel.
Boutique hotel. Not like a tiki hotel. It's not like parrots and stuff. It's
Tiki hotel. I'd been interested. Boutique immediately makes me think.
Heads, actually, that might be quite good.
That would be all right. But somehow when you say boutique motel, I think I don't have any clothes to go to that.
It's not like Carnaby Street. No, it's not like that. It's not winkle pickers and sequin jackets.
Winkle
pickers. You've got that completely wrong. It's a very different thing.
I just picture all you English people in your pinstripe suits with your bowler hats.
Is it very much like a scene from Austin Powers London when you imagine that? Yeah, yes. There's exactly lots of buses. Far too many red buses.
That's what it's all like. Black cabs, red buses, bowler hats, umbrellas, girls in microskirts. There you go. England in a nutshell.
That is, if I open the door now, there's a dancing troupe just going past.
Yeah. Whereas out my door, it's just empty beer bottles and cans rolling around and people lying in the ditch waiting for the sun to go down so they can get up and start again. It's like zombies in the pub.
Someone holding a sign saying, "See the spider baby," that kind of thing. That's how I imagine it.
Down with that sort of thing.
Down with that sort of thing.
And on that interesting segue...
I've segued. Look at that.
Look at you! You're a pro, and I don't mean by the hour.
Very, very reasonable rates, by the way.
Very, very. I can say now. If you and I move our heads this way, because the picture that I've chosen to put up, I've chosen to put slap bang in the middle. Which, if you do that, it looks like we're actually kind of looking at it. It's very bad planning on my part. It's disappointing. I suppose what I could do is I could go into the editor because there's Ted and Dougal, which I might be able to. No, I've made them vanish.
Or island priests, maybe.
I've broken everything. I've done that thing where I've pressed buttons. There we go. They're back, but I don't know how long. I've just deleted everything.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain, viewers. Ignore the man.
I don't know what I've done there. Oh no, I didn't delete everything. I just pressed a weird button. I'm supposed to be able to scroll through this slideshow. I was trying to move this slideshow so that it wasn't like in the middle of our faces, and I've kind of lost anywhere on the screen where I can put it that makes any sense. I'm just going to put it down there, Carl. There we go.
I'm going to suggest that your back drugs have now kicked in.
I'm just about to take them. There we go.
You see lots of colours swirling in front of you now.
I see what you did there. Colours, very good.
No?
It's shameful that you don't even know you're doing it. That's the embarrassing thing.
Okay.
So, Island Priests then.
Island Priests.
They're going to swing through the screen because I've lost the will to live and I've forgotten how to make the button stop doing the button thing. So Island Priests are a thing that's coming. They will be joined by a tea lady, who I think we should nominally call Mrs. Muffet, and a dude in a chair, a priest in a chair.
And a priest in the chair. This was a suggestion from someone on the 7TV Productions page, and I went, yes, why do we not have these in our lives? So Ian Colwell has been is working on those at the moment, and he's working out an old priest in a chair,
an old priest and a young priest, and the power of tea to compel them.
Exactly. I suspect probably out early next year with what's in the schedule at the moment, because we're absolutely stacked until Christmas, so I can't imagine they'll be out much before that. But I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, you are. It's kind of scary. You just love being hard at it. It's like on one hand you like to complain about being so busy, and then on the other hand, you just love to be busy.
Yeah, no, it's all good. There's loads in there, but Griffin are really really busy at the moment as well, so that's slowing things down a little bit. But we'll get there.
And we've got our Kickstarter coming up. I think we have sliding up amongst all that. We do have the picture for the orcs, but we've also got your Wolf Rider there, and I think we've got some goblin sculpts floating around on the screen there too. So when's the Kickstarter go live?
I do not want to launch that until I've fulfilled the last stuff on the Argonauts. I'm just waiting on that delivery. So I don't think it's cricket to start one while you've got another one outstanding. So we'll get that one out of the way, which will hopefully be in a couple of weeks. So really, it's all built. It's all ready to go. I'm waiting for some painted pictures of just the new orcs, which Andrew should be giving me in the next week or so. So late September, early October. At worst, I'll probably go for like a 1st of October launch, but I'm going to try and do it a little bit before that if I can. So
cool.
Get in there, and everything's mastered, and I've got production casts of pretty much everything. So fulfillment on that one should be a darn sight quicker.
Nice. And it's commendable. The golf clap, by the way, wasn't sarcastic. The golf clap was in honouring your Kickstarter before you kicked the next Kickstarter off.
Yeah, I mean, it'll only be a couple of weeks, but it just doesn't seem,
seems a bit rough, really, nice
to kind of do that while people are still waiting on the other bits.
It's jolly good of you, young man. The other thing that has been rolling past on other people's screens, and if you've been beady-eyed, you'll spot it because it should be coming up for you now, is the exclusive pics of the next accessories terrain set for secret bases, laser walls and curved walls and stuff like that, which I've got to say, I love them.
MD Richard Kemp designed all of those. He's in a big box of stuff down to Martin MDP, and he's done 3 of the. Oh god, I think there's about 20 sets. So you've got what's coming up at the moment. There's some new data banks, kind of consoles and big computer things in there, which will be one of them. You've got a little Death Traps set, which has got a shark tank in it and a couple of laser walls and a couple of it's kind of like little standing up walls which have got vents in the bottom as if gas would escape from some of them.
I can do a thing, Carl. Yeah. Carl, look, I can do a thing. Well, it hasn't happened. Will you see as you're? Oh well, I can't quite do it as you're talking because you're.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
But I can do a thing now. There we go.
There you go. I'm seeing something now with a shark tank in there and some laser walls, and that's got a little shark in there as well. And it's got some little walkways that you can set up wherever you like for that. So there's different options like the steps. And what's the last one?
The last one is
Yeah,
just
it's the pillars and various bits and pieces. So you've got some weird little arched bits in there. So in your secret base that you built, they're like floor runners, or you can spin them around and you put them in the corners and stuff, and you can dress the room and take those kind of square edges off stuff.
Yeah.
So that big pack of loads of things. And I was playing about with that little set, and you could almost build little kind of floor pieces that will be kind of vents as well, which double up, which are kind of quite nice. So you've got a little bit of flexibility in that. And then there's some round pillars and some kind of buttress bits as well.
Nice.
So they all look great. I'll kick those off. I might be tempted to put them straight into production because I've got them now, and otherwise it's hanging on for a Kickstarter, and that probably won't be until the new year, which seems a bit daft, really.
Mind you, it would be a terrain Kickstarter. I mean, couldn't you just sort of leave that as a separate thing, or is it too hard to police two Kickstarters?
Well, no, I can plan it all and get it done. And actually, with the alt Kickstarter at the moment, I've already cast up loads of the trolls and the bits and pieces just to get us a little bit of head start, because that's the thing that takes the time, the resin production.
Yeah.
And that's the worry with doing that one as a Kickstarter, is that it's all resin and there's loads of pieces, and I think about 20 different sets that I could do. So for Martin to do all of that, and let's say, even if we get 100 backers, but 100 of each of those sets might take a while. I mean, I could just be like a normal person and put back my delivery date until, like a year or something stupid.
Yeah.
I don't tend to do them like that. I try to kind of get people to stuff to people quickly, really. But it's possible. But I've kind of got them, so they're ready.
You do that, but then we all give off at you that we still don't get enough time to like save money and paint stuff. Yeah. And it's on one hand he thinks of us all the time, and on the other hand he doesn't think of us at all.
He doesn't think of us at all.
No, he just thinks of himself and what he can have on the shelf behind him.
Yeah, I need more shelves. That's what I need.
There's plenty on Facebook Marketplace. You can just pick yourself up some for local collection.
Oh, I've got to do that. Lovely. IKEA does very well out of me. I think, as I said before, thousands of little pots.
I need more shelves as well. We need more shelves. The new bunker in Belfast needs more shelves, especially if we're going to have some crooked dice on the shelves as well.
So you're going to have a retail space in there as well now.
There will be a large slither of oh look, let's play games because games be awesome, and a small slither of but now you too can own the games.
Buy things.
Buy things and allow me bread.
They could just bring in bread.
That also might work. If people are going to do barter for toys, I would much prefer cake, iron brew, and crunchy peanut butter Marmite.
Well, I mean, we've had several threads on here about the best bread, and that one that was, I can't even remember what it was called.
I have to send it to you. I'm terrible. I have a package sitting over. I'm almost as bad as you. I have a package sitting over here that's been waiting for me to get it into the post for you now for like 4 weeks, and I will this week I will get to go to the post office and go, please send that to Karl, and they'll go, Karl or Karl?
Karl. Oh, send it to both of them.
You're sending gifts to girls now, are you, in England?
You must love them.
I do. He's got a lovely chin.
He's got a lovely chin. What first attracts you to a person? Well, it's the chin.
You have a distinguished chin, my lord. So,
with pictures of Kirk Douglas behind him.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to try and do the voice because we'll end up with insulting somebody. Oh, we're racists now, Father, are we? We'll end up insulting somebody. For the past 2 weeks, we managed to insult only the people who live at borders. This week, we're going to mix it up and insult everyone in between the borders. Save me now. So we started by you railroaded me with your very naturally built and beautifully done segue, by the way. But I had meant to ask you, what can patrons of Crooked Dice expect from the colours sale today?
Well, yeah, we've done another one of those. So there's a few more bits in the bargain bin that I've added, which are usually overstock figures. I should say to people, I get many questions saying, that pack's not for sale. It's normally individual figures that we've got in there. So just use the little drop down and you can pick them up. So there's a few more in there. I put the flying fungi in there on a bit of a discount. There's a few more heads. And any order today will get a free Misty Zombie Hunter as well.
Excellent.
So another free figure for people in there.
And of course, everyone who subscribes to the channel today, everyone who likes the video, everyone who shares the video and tags Crooked Dice can get, like, you know, a brown envelope instead of a white one.
Brown envelopes have always got either art pamphlets or money in. It's one of those two things.
I just wanted that brief look of terror in your face. Going, what's Andy going to promise them?
Yeah, I was looking at what's he's going to say now. We'll get a free box set.
No, Andy. They will get free bases along with their miniatures.
Nice. So we've done there. I've ever told you about my gift that Helena once gave me. Said I've sculpted a nice Marvel superheroes figure for you. Brilliant. Invisible Woman. And what did I get? Just a base.
And if you listed that on the web store, people would buy it.
It's true. There's someone out there that's got
and
it.
I know at least two people who would then go, I've no idea how to paint this.
Painting invisible is really difficult.
Yeah. Though it would be quite nice to see somebody do the base and manage to do two little footprint impressions.
Just the legs, they disappear, yeah.
No, just the footprint impressions in the ground.
Nice. Yes.
That'd be beautiful.
That would be a very good base, wouldn't it, for invisible characters? I like that a great deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
you could do that in resin, and then it would work because it would actually have like the footprints in it. Anyone that steals this idea will track you down and kill you.
Yeah, that's a good little thing. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Cracking idea, Andy. We'll do that.
Oh, for the secret base, you could have like minions in stealth suits, and that's all it is. It's just the bases with the silhouettes of the feet or the footprints on the metal.
Yes, I like that.
Hugo Solomon would have like an invisible minion, like a machine that's invisible. He would have built one, and it would be on a large base. And it's how are the robberies taking place, and how was the president kidnapped? None of them showed up on CCTV, and you just do a large terrain base with the big sort of blocky feet imprints, and that's Hugo Solomon's invisible creation.
So we've done there. You see?
Is that actually a good idea? Because I feel like we give you a lot of good ideas, and none of them ever happen. And somebody random says, "Let's do some Father Ted miniatures," and they go, "Let's do some Father Ted miniatures."
It's not a competition, Andrew. It's not a competition.
Well, Justin and I feel that our input isn't as appreciated as some random people's.
It's very, very appreciated. I like these ideas today because I'm hoping that these are really like you're hopped up on back medication. So I'm thinking real psychedelic stuff you're going to come out with today.
The back brain's actually working overtime to go, no, don't say that.
Oh, bless you.
Don't say it. Don't say it. It's not good. Right, we've 9 minutes left. In case you're all wondering why we've only got 9 minutes left, every so often Karl and I actually communicate and go, now, we can talk as long as we want. We need to keep it short. Today we need to keep it short because it's colours. It's not colours. And Karl has a sale to manage. And you beautiful people who are watching need to go online after you've subscribed to the channel and liked the video and shared it and tagged Crooked Dice to get your free bases. You need to get on to Crooked Dice and get your free Misty figure and stuff. That's why I held off actually sending the Wee Gamers order through until today, because I'm hoping that he'll forget. He'll go, they must get a Misty figure as well. I'm sure they don't, but I'll give them one anyway.
Awesome Misty figures, don't worry.
I'm only joking. I've already got one that I haven't painted. I'm quite annoyed though. I was quite chuffed. I've been working through some stuff, right?
Nice, like him.
Yeah, but here's the annoying thing, okay? Because there's been a bit of a gap. He was painted quite some time ago, and he is quite lovely. Looks the part, verdigris and all that.
Yeah.
This one, it kind of needs a bit more done.
Yeah. Oh, is he? You got.
This one's lost an arm.
He's armless.
And I don't know what I've done with his arm. But worse than that, I've forgotten how to paint verdigris. I'm looking at this and literally going, how the hell did I do that?
Well, I'd say I can see that one's definitely it looks green. Talos looks a bit green.
Yeah.
To me.
This one's just done in bronze. I started him and then I never got around to finishing it, and I've forgotten how to do the verdigris sort of green.
I've got spare arms. I'll send you a spare arm.
It's a left arm.
Yeah. Would you like an opened palm one, or would you like a fist one? Choice arms.
Open palm would be nice.
Yeah.
He's the less aggressive. You see, I'd like to think of them as brothers.
Nice.
And it's like, if you don't give us the gold out of the bank, Charlie's gonna take it, and you won't like Charlie.
Phil and Grant, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They're Cockneys.
Cockney robots.
Yeah. Oh, you should hear me, Hugo Solomon, when he's in the tabletop. It's Michael Keane.
Is it like Mary Poppins?
You were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off, and stuff like that there, and exciting things. Pain medication. I don't know where we were going.
I saw it roll over you with the wave there.
I don't know where I was going with
You're
that.
literally looking at yourself then going, whoa.
I'm kind of looking at the screen going, hey, he looks a lot like, oh, wait a minute. That is me. So yeah, I need to look up and rediscover how to do my verdigris. But on the fantasy note, to share with all the peoples at home, today, from what I've ordered from Crooked Dice, I've ordered some Skeleton Warriors and some Cultists, because I'm going to share with them my class idea. So here's my fantasy game, because we're very blessed in that we're allowed to tinker with the fantasy rules with Karl. So I'm doing 2 villain casts, one of Fishmen Cultists, one of the Necromancer with the Skeletal Warriors. And what's happened is the Necromancer and the Skeletal Warriors are actually kind of the good guys, because the fish folk, since they've started worshipping something that lives in the sea, they're not burying their dead, they're taking them out into the ocean. And the Necromancer's like, no, recruitment. So the Necromancer and the Skeleton Warriors are plowing down into the seaside village for a bit of stop worshipping sea demons and just worship the mountain like you used to. And meanwhile, there's 4 adventurers up in the hilltop going, should we? No, just leave it. So there you go. That's my fantasy playtest adventure.
Like that. There'll be more stuff coming out today about playtesting, so they'll hopefully you'll get some games in.
Today's probably not the day for me to read important things. Yeah. I'm going to try leaving reading important things to like maybe Monday.
I think maybe just try to peel yourself off the ceiling today. I think it's probably about the best thing in there.
I'm looking forward to driving. That's going to be exciting. But yes. So before we cut and run, because you're down to your last 4 minutes, and you see I may be medicated up on painkillers, but I'm still going to keep to my word and not keep you waffling all day. Sure. Is there anything important from Crooked Towers that you need to impart to the people, or have I extracted all the goodness from you this morning already?
I feel spent, but what else have we got? What's happening next? I'm hoping that all of the pulp figures, the bombshell stuff from Patrick Keith that we're casting up, will be available next month. They should be coming in. There's some more skeletons coming. No, that's about it really. Just getting ready for the Kickstarter.
The bombshells are up there on the screen as well at the minute.
Yeah. So there's 8 of those, and they'll be divided out into little pairs. But everything's gone back to Griffin for those. So with any luck, we'll do that, and with any luck, the Kickstarter will be coming in, the Argonaut stuff, like next week, I hope. Are you doing pictures and things while I'm talking?
There's pictures up there, but no, it's just been pointed out to me that apparently your Titan weapon arms are on sale, so you could maybe chuck me a Titan weapon arm instead of an open palm.
I can send you a whole pack of those.
No,
I'll
just
send
one
you a
arm.
collection.
Just one arm. Because if you send me a whole pack of arms, I'm going to end up having to buy more Titans to use them on.
I'll send you some bits. Don't you worry. You'll have loads of there, and then you can practice your
But then
verdigris.
I'll have to figure out how to do verdigris again. Grey Primer says, I need to punish you, sir. Would you prefer an open palm or a closed fist?
Nice, there we go.
Everybody knows it takes a special kind of boy to appreciate a closed fist. Um,
And he's gone.
Shocking. Invisible Minis market, just don't see it. Ah, ah, ah.
I noticed that. I thought it was very good. Very good.
I keep forgetting to read the comments. I really should.
I also like there should be a 7TV special episode called Secret Base Improvement, where the heroes have to reorganize the terrain in the villain's base with new terrain. I'm suggesting DIY Secret Base. Nick Knowles, what he's called.
No, I've had this conversation with so many people, and I've had this conversation with Ronnie Renton as well. Okay, terrain. There needs to be a terrain game. Because we've got so many bits now and all the furniture and all the rest of it, right? Yeah. Now you think about this for a second. Take your secret base and all the accessories. So what about making cards for the base?
Now it's funny you should say that, because when all of lockdown kicked off, we had a little thread, which, to be fair, I haven't done a lot with, where people suggested I suggested something like props for 7TV. So it's exactly that, and all of the terrain is
thingable.
It's got rules and it's gameable. Yeah,
yes.
In one way. And I think, if I remember rightly, I'm going to say Sean Pike. Apologies if it's not. Came up with some really kind of good ideas for it. We haven't done a lot more with it because everything else happened and.
Well,
kind of got it.
My mad notion.
I think it's a cracking idea.
Well, my mad notion was kind of this. Say for Spy-Fi TV, particularly, right? Yeah. So instead of setting up your base and what scenario we're going to play, the two players opposite sides literally get to draw a couple of cards at a time.
Yeah.
And the good guy's setting up a room of his choice, the bad guy's setting up until they kind of meet in the middle, and then boom, that's the table you're playing on, where the good guy set up some of it and the bad guy set up some of it. And so the good guy knows what some of the traps are.
Yes.
But he doesn't know what they all are. Yeah.
We kind of like the idea of like a barroom brawl as well. You've got bottles on the things, or you've got things you can pick up and smash over people's heads and that kind of stuff. Chairs. It's that sort of stuff in there. So you either keep it generic with one rule, or you specify. It could get a bit complicated, but it was a really nice idea.
Only if you let it.
So I'll have to go back and visit that at some stage.
Yeah, I meant to talk to you this morning as well about the 7TV role-playing game.
Yeah. No, that has been, again, that I've got a little folder on my desktop. Helen and I have talked about that for absolutely ages, about writing to bits. And she had a really, really good idea for sort of keeping the meta part of it, so that you're going two ways with it. You are the aging star whose career has probably kind of passed them. So you're playing both the actor and you're playing the show.
Yeah.
And you could kind of either go either way with it, but there's a little bit of an overlap in there of you trying to be a ratings winner with your particular person.
Yeah.
And playing through the episode, which is where the action bit happens, which was a lovely idea.
No, I like that, because there's a couple of game mechanics out there already for, characters spending sort of hero points or action points, and that in turn rewards the GM, which would work just as well for the director being the GM and sort of stuff. Our notion on the terrain has been approved and accepted by the fans this morning, except for Grey Primer, who now wants the terrain to become autonomous and wander off and start attacking enemy terrain. No, we're not playing 40k. Stop it.
Helena's here. Chocolate Oscar, hello.
Hello, Helena. Where is she here?
Chocolate Ocelot.
Oh, right.
That.
Yes, Chocolate Ocelot. We certainly have. Yes. She slips in with kind of little sage comments on the chat everywhere. It's like, yes.
My gap.
She's wise. Wise in the ways of the wiseness, is she? It's now 10:32. You've ran 2 minutes over your time. I didn't, because I'd stopped talking.
my fault. My fault.
Of course.
Not like me to just gabble on, is it?
God forbid. I mean, I can gabble on if you want, but I kind of got the impression that you need to be standing there, sitting on the screen, going, "Go on, order it, or yes, 2 orders, great."
People
Now
packing them as a little setup there that I need to pack and get up to the post office.
you need a ticket tape machine that just delivers your orders that way. That'd be class. Just behind you.
Well, I might just install, like, the Tesco's meat counter where you just get the next one. I don't know what I'd use it for. Great to have it though.
Be awesome.
Yeah,
I just like the idea of a glass dome over in the back with this little ticket tape coming out of it every so often. Oh, the price of Mongolian eggs has gone down.
Lights in the background flashing and blinking and blinking and flashing. I like.
Yeah. See, we're in the same wavelength, which is scary because mine's is an awful lot more artificially fueled than yours this morning.
Are you seeing elephants kind of flying behind my heads at the moment? Is it like some kind of like Disney?
It's not Africa, Eleven. We don't have elephants here.
Do you not?
No.
Just
really fat people like me. Right.
Stop it now. Stop it.
Oh, self-depreciation. You see, that's the lowest form of wit. If you can't poke fun at yourself, you can't poke fun at anybody. Actually, you're not allowed to poke fun at anybody. You're only allowed to poke fun at yourself. I'm not sure you're even allowed to do that now. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. There's quite a lot of you there this morning, lurking. So a few commenting, but there's an awful lot watching, so it's appreciated that you've been here. We actually, this clocks up, I think, as our 3rd quite meaningful conversation.
Not too bad, are we?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd prefer to talk about bread, honestly, but if we're going to talk about miniatures, I think that's a pretty good go.
Yeah, I think it's nice when we don't force it, because there's some Saturday mornings neither you nor I are in the mood to actually talk about things. We like it. It's your business. You still don't want to talk. It's like, no, I want to talk about my toast and why you haven't sent me soda bread.
I've already had a chat this morning with someone about Space Sentinels, so it's all good. I've covered all my bases.
Oh, bases! You see, he's done it again. He just reminded me I haven't ordered a tripod yet. I really must get around to doing that.
I'd subliminal advertising.
Yeah, it's sneaking in. Because I've just realised, I've ordered the pulp starter set because I'd never actually realised I never got around to ordering one. Oops. Really shouldn't be using a photocopy of somebody else's.
Naughty man.
It was a temporary measure. I just didn't realise it had been temporary for 6 months. So that's been rectified. So next month I'll get round to doing my Argonauts and all that sort of stuff as well. Because you just keep having too many things. It's like, what do you want to order from Crooked Dice? All of it. You've got some of it. And?
Just bring the wheelbarrow over and just chuck it all in.
Those. I want those. That's everything on the list. That's right. Yeah. If you're in any doubt this morning as to what to order yourselves from Crooked Dice, here's we gamers in the Bunker Club's tip. Open the web store, close your eyes, touch the screen, and just order that. Which won't work if you don't have a touch screen. So use your mouse to move the cursor over and just click that. Because nothing you'll get will be disappointing. It's all good. Did you like that?
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
On that note, let's roll credits. Folks, morning Chocolate Ocelot. I think I like your made-up name better than your real name. You should possibly adopt that as by default, because Chocolate Ocelot just...
It's a lovely sounding name. That's the name of the blog as well. Go and have a good read of Chocolate Ocelot. There's some excellent stuff.
I just can't imagine screaming it out in anger or passion, but it's a cool name. No,
I don't want to know.
Finally, I choked him up this morning. There we go. Right, enough of this. Whatever you're doing today, go and do fun things. We're off to do, I don't know, stuff. Just go and lie in a corner and pick flowers with the wallpaper. I don't even have wallpaper.
Lie down on a board.
I'm going to lie down on a gaming board. Oh, that's a rocket. I'm just going to roll the credits, Karl. I actually now this is a terrible thing to admit.
Lost it now.
I have, but here's an even worse thing that I'm going to have to admit. and I don't want you to laugh too hard.
Well then.
I've lost the bit of OBS that lets me put the credits up.
I think you should be medicated every week. This is much more fun.
How do you know I'm not? It's just that this week it's legal. Anyway.
If I come back in about 14 hours, are you still going to be just wandering around in this little space bumping into things?
No, because we're only allowed to broadcast for 12 hours. Do you not remember that?
You've already done that. That is true.
Yeah. We'll have to do another cool thing like that. Because that was kind of fun, but maybe like run a game of 7TV for 12 hours.
Or just run it. You know, it's the 12-hour thing. I don't get it in there. That's a lot of work. Just play a game in real time if you wanted to.
Yeah, but 12 hours is how long it takes us, especially if Simon's got the rule book.
Nice. If you do it for charity, that'd be a good thing.
Well, but there's the thing. We'll put that question to the lovely peoples out there. You can all have a think about it. If we were going to do another thing for charity, what thing could we do? That this time we can make Karl actually do something other than just sit there with coffee going, you've glued that bit wrong.
I'm shocked.
You were very supportive. You were very, very supportive. It was like you were here with me at the table.
But not.
But not because, it was COVID and we weren't allowed to do stuff like that. Wasn't it COVID then? Or were we still allowed to do stuff then?
Yeah, it's been COVID forever. It's always been COVID. What you're imagining before COVID is just a fevered COVID dream. There was nothing before this.
You should release a Newspeak expansion for 7TV.
In the time before COVID, chaos reigned. There we go.
That's
I'll give you that.
Yep. There was the time of the skeletons and the knights, and then civilization started on Monday. And
there was dinosaurs, there was knights, and then there was COVID. That's pretty much it.
And that explains why we still have dinosaur Nazis.
Yes. That's why we've got dinosaurs.
You've got dinosaur Nazis, and you're
really have dinosaur Nazis. I'd never gone through that route to get there. But
I think today I'm capable of making unique connections.
That's because you can see through the universe. That's why. Your mind is expanded now.
That's it. I can see the truth, man. Stop putting out those negative vibes. Right.
Have you found your off button now?
I found my off button. We're only 10 minutes over schedule. Folks, thanks very much for tuning in. In all seriousness, it is appreciated, even though we both are painfully aware that we have faces that were made for radio and voices that were made for silent movies. But it is lovely of you. If you have time, give us a subscribe. It's somewhere. And go and give a like and a love to Crooked Dice as well. His YouTube channel sucks, unlike mine. So stay here for YouTube, but on Facebook, go and see Crooked Dice, and on internet, go and love things. Create the Father, Gary Primer, you need to these in her. Create the Father Ted House and paint all the minis in 12 hours. We said we want a challenge.
There you go.
No, we needed something challenging, not something that we could knock up in an afternoon with a cereal packet, and we're not Blue Peter. Right, end credits. It's been a ball. See you all on the other side.